Hello, welcome back. It's a bit like Groundhog Week. We've just started this week with escapee cows, exactly the same as we started last week. But they're both back where they should be. And they might stay around for me to get a video of them. There we go. So as you can see, Wilma, the little one, has grown quite a bit. She's not so little anymore. Now she is the little mistress who Mrs. Sue had escaped. Was thankfully not Morag, because Morag is a bit harder to deal with and less approving. Yeah, so they managed to bust the fence over, jump over into this field, which thankfully is actually fenced in, so it wasn't a big issue. And with a bucket full of big boy, which is cow feed, she went back in. So yeah, bit of an update on her. It's been a while since you've seen her. Lovely. Yeah, so Comedy Mallet is on the shoulder because we've just put a new post in just to secure the fence up. And now we're going to work out what the rest of the day holds. See you in a bit. Okay, I feel I need to explain. So this weekend, as you are probably aware because you might have seen my videos, is the Airsoft weekend, which we are raising money for I'll Stand Up to Suicide, which, as you know, and from this last month, has been a fantastic charity. Also, it's a perfect time to do Movember, and someone might have the other day said that I needed to be that World War II poster with the "We Need You" kind of look on it. Well, coincidentally, I actually do have a World War II 1937 battle dress of my own. Because why not? So I've just done a video. At which point, funnily, I've still got shorts on. I'm just wearing the top bit because the whole lot of it is a bit of a nightmare. But this is wool. This is real wool, done off a pattern. It is done up to the Royal Artillery, which is what the Manx regiment was. So I've tried to base it as much as I can on the Manx regiment. I've got the side cap and all sorts, but I've managed to put some hair gel in my hair, so I'm going to have to go rinse that out before my family come home and wonder what the hell I'm up to. So, so yeah. Just for clarity. But I did get the leaves cleared today, so I'm going to get changed quick and see you tomorrow. So we're now on Tuesday and back dressed a little bit more sensible, still with the dodgy tash, and I'm doing the rest of the service on the tractor. So just getting the oil changed. So I've got my tub down there, going to drop the oil out. I've already changed the breather thing, filter, and yeah, just kind of going to let this drain. Whilst this is draining, I'll do the fuel filters, I think. And then it gives it plenty of time. So there's just the one filter, which is an inverted one, so I don't have to worry about trying to fill that, because that's never going to work. So, yeah, better get on with this. Ooh, I have a tripod with me. I'll put you on the tripod. Or not on the tripod, I'll just chuck you on that. So, can I get this in there? Is that going to fit? That's all right. Well, I'm glad that didn't land into the tub of oil. How are you doing? It's all right. I rescued you. Okay, I'll hold you. So, pull that off there. This is like FPV. Can we get this out without covering ourselves in oil? Kind of on the wrong hand here. I might be left-handed, but I really need to do this right-handed. But I'm holding you in my right hand, so I can take that out so I don't lose that. I'm going to get myself covered in hot oil in a minute. There's no easier way to do this. There we go, look. So, it's not too hot, thankfully. Bit mucky like, but that's why we're doing an oil change on it. So I'm going to put that over there and go get a rag, which is really handy. I have one in the toolbox. But what's not really handy is the toolbox is shut and I've only got one hand left. There we go. So, there. Yeah, so just doing this service. It's been a year since it was serviced, and obviously it does have a fairly hard life, does this, because it doesn't get looked after very well. Well, it does. It gets looked after as well as we can, but then it's doing like milling and stuff, which is not nice for it. So in the dusty area, like the radiator, you see, kind of gets a bit more full of junk than we would want. There we go, that's didn't take very long, not much oil in that. So we'll let that drain off. I'll pull the filter off in a second. I think there's a drain bung on the other side as well, actually, so I'll check that, just because it might not be one part sump, it might have two parts in the sump. So we'll leave that drain down. I'll go do the fuel filters, and I'm not going to drop you again, sorry. And here we have the resident cows that live in the barn, and there's splendid food in front of them, which I can't actually remember what the ration is on that, but it looks incredibly tasty. Until I arrived, they were all eating happily. They're now more interested in me. But yeah, they're lovely cows. I think these are beef cows, I do believe. These are from the people who contract down here. But they're very well looked after, and get fed twice a day, I think it is. So they munch through this happily. You can see that it's only about an hour and a half since they've been fed. So yeah, a bit of a cow focused video, this one, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Nom 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 nom. Lovely. Well, look at that. That's you can't see it. There is rain going past. It is absolutely lashing it down. Not very nice out there. And my hair, I've had a hat on all day, so it's kind of, it's slowly coming back down. It goes thin when it goes long as well. Look, I've got my big forehead now. What am I on about? All sorts. It's been a little bit of a funny day. I went to go see someone this morning, first thing, and have a look at some trees that I'm going to help them with. And then where have we been since there? Down here sorting stuff. I washed the tractor. Tractor's somewhere, nice and clean. Apart from the bonnet, I can never get the bonnet clean because I don't have a scrubby brush, and it's really hard to wash that bit with a pressure washer, so I always end up missing it. But the rest of it's nice and clean. Got all the glass cleaned down, all the acky, horrible dust off it. Trailer's back empty, so that one's going to get filled probably next week or even the week after, because things are going really slow. More loopings in. I've just put that up on a different video. Telehandler's back here. I have worked out that I can move the pumpkins with the telehandler as well, so that's real bonus. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a funny old day. Just not really kind of getting anywhere, but also at the same time being constantly busy. So what are we? Yeah, so it's nearly the end of the day now. I'm going to be heading home in a bit, and I think we've got a few different things on this evening. So we'll see where we go from there. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow going to bring? Tomorrow's Friday, and it's not a Gardens Friday. So I do have one more garden to do on that. You know, I said that the lady was moving. Well, she's moving, I think, the weekend after this one coming, I think it is. So that means I'm there one more time on a Friday. And then I do have one job or two jobs to do at the new place, which I've not seen yet. But that'll be it then. Stop the garden on that one. I built a log store yesterday. That was kind of cool in the rain when I was getting soaked because I couldn't find my waterproofs. And yeah, that's about all I've got for today on updates. Yes, right. I'm going to go sort some bits and then head home. And tomorrow I might actually... Oh, pickup's not in here. Where's the pickup? Oh. Pickup's down the other end of the farmyard. I might actually try and fit that electrics pack tomorrow, because I've been meaning to do that for months. I have just ordered a flashy beacon for it, so I'm going to have to get that fitted when that arrives. I've opted for a magnet one, so it's not actually permanent. Set it on the top, and then I'll sort something out with the wiring and go from there. So, all exciting. See you in a bit. Good morning, how are you doing? I'm I'm fitting the right wiring loom that I've only had for 18 months to the pickup. So I've got the back bit done. So lovely 13-pin socket on there. And that bit's connected into the wiring up here. Obviously, I need to do a bit of cable management. I have my 30mm cone bit, which needs to be 32. So it's going to involve a little bit of rattling. I have really mucked up in here because I've cleaned the floor from scrabble around underneath it. But then all the lights are on that side because the ones on this side don't work. So I should have really parked the other way around. But I didn't think about that because I only just thought to turn the lights on now. So I'm going to get this fired out, and then I've got to fly home and see a dishwasher repairman because our dishwasher has decided it doesn't want to work. And yeah, then we'll see where we're at after that. So going to get these holes drilled. I might try and get you along for the ride at some point, but got to kind of work it all out first. So with really bad instructions, there's no actual words to the instructions, they're just pictures, which kind of work but also don't at the same time. And I think I'm going to need a shed load of cable ties for skewing it all in. So a little bit of working out to do. Better crack on. See you in a bit. Electrics, I give up on them. So connector is in. I just need to do some cable tying with some big cable ties to put it all onto the chassis. So that works. I've tested it with my wireless lights, because when I plugged it into the trailer, that little trailer, it wasn't working. So I was like, why is that not working? That's really weird. That should work. Turns out it's the lights on the trailer that aren't working as well. So wireless lights do work. I've still got some little bits to put back on in the inside, so I'll get them chucked on now. And just bought a wonderful, which the guys down at Juicing have renamed. Yep, that does say what you think it says. So for doing some spraying, because I've got to kind of like behave and do things properly. So at which point I've got the suit so that I can make sure that I'm abiding by health and safety when I'm doing spraying of weeds. Now, I am spraying glyphosate, so it's not something which is really bad. I've gone for a waterproof suit because I don't really approve of how much you have to throw away the disposable suits. If I was spraying something a bit more nasty, like what we do when we're treating the grain, definitely. Something which you take off, you throw away, it's gone. Even to the point of something which mostly covers your wellies is always good, so that you're not then kind of keeping them in circulation. So it's all bits and pieces. It is Friday today, obviously, so it is the last day of the week, at which point there's probably not going to be that awful lot more to do on this video, which is kind of being a bit rubbish. Obviously, we started with the cows. No, the fence material's not turned up. Anyway, sorry, I started with the cows, that's quite cool. Helping them out and sorting some stuff. And then the rest of this week just seems to have absolutely like ticked by, flown by, and not got a clue what's going on. This weekend I have the airsoft game on Sunday. So that's as last throw for the fundraising for I'll Stand Up to Suicide. So I'm looking forward to that going. I'm a bit nervous because I've come up with a couple of games for it. Obviously, this video goes out on Sunday, so this video will go out just about as I am standing up doing the safety brief for everyone up at Airsoft. So that's around about 11 o'clock. So we'll get all the bits and pieces together for that. I've got a few bits of intel that I need to make, because I've made some pretty kind of interesting games, which hopefully work. We shall see. And then, yeah, this will be getting shaved off the top lip. And so, which will be great to the rejoice of my wife, because she hates the damn thing. But yes, it's not looking too bad. Yeah, it's going to feel a bit funny. I've had it for 6 weeks now. So yes, so I've just got to go get some diesel. So I'm going to walk down with diesel. I'm going to put these bits back in the car, and I will probably not see you again. So thank you so much for likes, subscribes and follows. Really appreciate it. I'm still enjoying doing these videos. So I know I've said a couple of times, I'm not sure if I should keep doing them, but I will keep going. I will persevere. I do enjoy talking to you and seeing it. We've got some really interesting things coming up at work, which I don't know how much I can share with you on the site, because it's working for a big company on the Isle of Man. And we'll work it out on that one. So that might change how the content's going to be looking in the coming couple of weeks. Yeah, and maybe some gritting coming up. So I have gritter, which is en route to us, push gritter. So when that comes around, I'll obviously do a bit of a video about that, and then we'll work out getting some salt over, and then all we need is some frost and get out with the gritter. So far, I'm just kind of like totting up how much I've spent on this venture so far, and it's kind of rapidly growing, is this. So hopefully get a fair bit of work out of it that's worthwhile, and then it can kind of like level itself off. If not, I'm going to have a very nice gritter to walk around with. Yeah, so like I say, thank you so much. Like, subscribe and follow us, and I shall see you next week. Take care.